Are you someone scared of English language? Does lack of use of proper English grammar hamper your learning too? Are you also tired of learning or cramming the same old English grammar rules for years now? If yes, you've come to the right place. Most of us, because of several reasons, often fail to get hold on English grammar and eventually English language. But it is all right. First of all, you need to convince yourself that it is just a language, and by proper and attentive listening and hard work, you can learn it too. Now, first of all, why do we need to understand grammar? It is because we are social beings, and in order to convey our message or ideas to other person, we need a common language, which in our case is English. And correct use of grammar is key to, speaking English fluently and confidently. So come, let us now begin with our series all about English grammar. So what is the smallest unit of language? It is syllable. Let's take example of this word river. So the smallest sound we can hear is re and v. So this word river has two syllables. These syllables combine to form words, and words combine to form sentences. When group of words are arranged in a meaningful order and make complete sense, they are known as sentences. When the group of words make some sense but not complete sense, they are known as phrases. And when group of words make complete sense but often fall in the other sentences, but they have their own subject and predicate, are known as clauses. So come, let's take an example of each of them. The first one, that is the sentences. He ran fast. This is a complete sentence. It makes complete sense. It has its own subject and a verb. If we take an example of phrase, it can be, it was a moment of great joy. So this group of words, that is of great joy, it forms a phrase. It does not make complete sense like the previous sentence did. So taking an example of clause, it can be, she is as pretty as she is wise. So here we get two meaningful sentences, short sentences, that are known as clause, which is she is as pretty and she is wise. They make complete sense. So this is an example of clause. Let us now try to understand the structure of a sentence. The building blocks of a sentence are subject and predicate. Now let us try to understand them with an example. So you have this example before you, that is, the dewdrops glitter in the sunshine. Here the dewdrops will be our subject and glitter in the sunshine will be predicate. So it's clear from here that the part of the sentence which carries the noun or pronoun or the doer or the thing that is being discussed in the sentence will be the subject, and the rest of the part will be predicate. Let's take another example of this. The butterfly has short but beautiful existence. Now here our subject, that is the thing being talked about in the whole sentence, is the butterfly, and the thing that is being told about butterfly is that she has short but beautiful existence. So this will be our predicate. This is our subject. So that is all for subject and predicate. Now before going into the depth of English grammar, you should know these four basic things about sentence. The first one is syntax of the sentence. Now what is syntax? It is the set of rules that determine the position or arrangement of words in a sentence. The next that we have already talked about is sentence structure, which determines the position of grammatical elements in a sentence. That is, where will the subject be placed, where will the verb be placed. So there are four kind of sentence structure. The first one is simple, second one is compound, third one is complex, and the fourth one is compound complex, which we will deal in detail in the upcoming videos. The third element or the third basic thing is subject and predicate. We've already discussed about it, what is a subject and what is a predicate. And the fourth and most crucial part of English grammar is parts of speech. Our whole series is going to be based on parts of speech. We will take one or two of them in each video and try to discuss them in details. So there are 8 parts of speech. Parts of speech determine the role that word plays in a sentence. The first part of speech is noun. So noun is the name of a person, place or thing, or even an abstract emotion for that matter. Basically anything and everything that can be felt by our senses is noun. For example, the words happiness, sadness, sorrow, all of these are also noun. The second part of speech is pronoun. Pronoun are words that are used in place of noun to avoid the repetition. For example, if we say Rohan is a hard-working boy and we further talk about his characteristics, we won't be repeating the name Rohan again and again. Instead, we would use the pronoun he in place of Rohan, as in he goes to school on time, he completes his homework on time, like that. So third part of speech is adjective. Now adjectives are words that modify or add something to meaning of noun and pronoun. For example, we can say the shiny necklace. So this word shiny, which is modifying necklace, stating something about necklace, will be the adjective here. The next part of speech is verbs. Verbs are words that state an action or a state. For example, we can say he was jumping, he was running, he was dancing. These words jumping, running and dancing, which are showing the action of that person he, will be verb. Or we can say he was stressed. This is a state, therefore stressed will also be a verb. Next one is adverbs. So adverbs are the words that modify or add something to the meaning of adjectives, verbs or even other adverbs. Now taking an example of this, we can say she was dancing enthusiastically. So this word enthusiastically, which is determining or modifying the verb that is dancing, will be an adverb. The next we have preposition. Now prepositions are words that show the relationship between the noun and the something else in the sentence. For example, we can say the keys were kept on the table. The word on is preposition here. Or we can say the keys were kept in the drawer. Now the keys are shown to have a relation with the drawer, that they were kept inside the drawer. The next we have conjunction. Conjunction are the joining words. They join two sentences, words or phrases. The example of conjunction can be and, but, while and so on. The next we have interjection. These are the words that show sudden feeling or surprise. Suppose we can say, hooray, we won the match. So this word hooray will be the interjection. So now you know the 8 parts of speech and their meaning. Let us now try to implement our knowledge and try to find the parts of speech of words of a sentence that I have mentioned in the next slide. So here you have the sentence. Try to guess the parts of speech of each of the word given in the sentence. So let me read the sentence for you first. I ran fast but missed the blue line bus to the school. So what does I stand for? I is a pronoun here. It is used in place of name of a person, and ran will be, because it is an activity, it will be a verb. Fast, which is modifying the verb, the action of running, will be our adverb. But will be our conjunction, because it is joining this part of the sentence with the rest of it. Missed again is an action, so it will be a verb. The is our article, so there are 3 articles, a, an and the. So this is article. Blue line bus. Bus will be a noun because it is name of a thing, right? But blue line is determining bus, therefore it will be our adjective. To is our preposition. The again will be an article, and school, which is a name of a place or an institution, is again a noun. So wasn't it easy? I believe all of you have guessed it right. So moving on, I have some common errors that most of us tend to make while we are speaking or writing in English. So the first sentence is, I did work hard to score good. Now this is a very common error. You should never use verbs third form with did, which people usually do. So it should be, I did work hard to score good. The second sentence is, this is the most perfect diamond. Now perfect is an absolute adjective and you cannot use a superlative or comparative degree with perfect. So avoid using most. It should be, this is the perfect diamond. The third sentence before you is, keep the hat above the table. So we often make mistakes in preposition, in the use of proper preposition, the right preposition that should fit in the line. So when we say above the table, it means somewhere in the air, it is not physically touching the table. But when we say on the table, this shows the physical contact between the hat and the table. So this word above is distorting the relation between the hat and the table. The last sentence is, I have seen this movie a week before. So where is the error in this sentence? It is here in before. We use before only when we know the exact time. We can say that I have seen this movie a week before 25th of June. But when we have a time period, we use the word ago. So we should say a week ago. Yeah, so these were some common errors that we usually tend to make and we should avoid them to correct our grammar. Now winding up my lecture with a very amazing quote by Humpty Dumpty, a character of Lewis Carroll's. So he says, when I use a word, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less. Isn't it true in English also? So many words are there that stand for different parts of speech according to their context. For example, if we say keep the pen on the table, the pen will be a noun here. But if we say he penned down a letter, penned becomes a verb here. Isn't this amazing? Now stay tuned with the series to learn other parts of speech in the same wonderful way. That was all for today. Thank you.